to Bold Ladies in Business Coffee Connection. I'm excited. My name is Anna Reyes-Ouzts, and I am the Executive Director of Bold Ladies in Business. Today, we have an amazing guest, Liz Villanueva, and she is part of our organization, I think since the inception almost. She is a proud Diamond corporate sponsor. Yay! And give us your name again and the name of your company so everybody can hear it.
Sure. So it's Liz Villanueva, and the company is Old City Counseling.
Awesome. I'm so excited. I just adore you, Liz. You look like a Betty pinup today. I love it. Super cute. She's my fashionista friend. I love you so much. We have some amazing information, and I know Liz is going to give us so much good stuff. But my first important question is going to be, of course, tell me about your business and why you're so passionate about what you do, because I think it's important to know why we do what we do.
Absolutely. I agree with that. Well, thank you, Anna, for having me on today, and Bold Ladies Corporate. I really appreciate your time and energy. I'm really excited to share a little bit about myself and my organization, Old City Counseling. It is a sanctuary for mental health, is how I look at it for our community. And what we do here is offer individuals and couples therapy. We also do retreats. I post a lot of that on my social
Yeah.
platforms for individuals and couples, as well as telehealth video sessions in the entire state of Florida, with services available through insurance. We
Wow.
also have self-pay options, and we also have a sliding scale option for those who need it. And our mission at Old City Counseling is to ensure that everyone has access to quality mental health care, regardless of their financial situation.
I love that. I think, and it sounds like we would keep saying this over and over again, but I feel like so much was brought out after COVID. So many people that were needing to have what the services that you have, and nobody knew how to access it. Nobody talked about it. I come from a Latin community, and Latins tend not to speak about these things. I don't know why. It's a cultural thing. It's just you have to kind of like, I hate the word suck it up, so to speak, and just deal with it, but not really, right?
Right.
And
I agree with that. I also have a Hispanic background, and I was always told you don't talk about
right.
your business. But it's also why I'm passionate about what I do, because I imagine seeing someone coming in feeling completely overwhelmed with life, their situation, and they leave with hopes and tools to manage their life better. Like that transformation is like watching a caterpillar turn into a butterfly. It's both magical and humbling at the same time that they've allowed me to help in that journey. So mental health, like you mentioned, since COVID, I noticed the turnaround as well,
Yeah,
but it's as essential as physical health. And
yeah,
I think that COVID created the pathway for people to sit there and say, what else is there? And they started investigating more about it. And, a lot of people talk about the negative that came from COVID, but I
mhm,
see the positive,
yeah,
and I see that it created more outlets for people,
yeah.
created access to mental health care, even, in their homes, in their workplace, wherever. So I look at that, and, I definitely am driven by the belief that everyone deserves the support that they need to thrive in this life. And this is my purpose as a human here.
I love your heart is so giving. And I think that a person having spent almost a year by themselves in their head could give you an eye opener. I need more of this. And you were there. You never closed down. You were there the whole time through COVID. So thank goodness for what you do.
Right. I think that um, always having options for people lets them know that, there's always something out there. It helps that hope factor that we all need. And I, again, am humbled to be in the position I am, and for the people who allow me to support them.
So touch a little bit on the retreat part of couples and how does that work? What kind of environment would it be? Who would be the people that would come to you for this kind of service?
So this is a little different than individual therapy or couples therapy, because it's out in the elements,
Mhm.
and it's more of an adventure therapy lens.
Nice.
So we are doing adventure type activities for individuals and couples so that it's more experiential for them as they're learning skills in their individual lives or in their, couple relationship world.
That's awesome. I think that's great because being stuck in an office one-on-one might be a little bit intimidating, but if you get a guy outside with might get him a little bit looser, and they're like, okay, I can do this.
Right, you get them outside,
The
right? That's
jungle. I love it. It's good stuff. I listen, yes, thank goodness for somebody like you. And you have such a way about it that it must be so much fun to just get therapy and enjoy the journey, so to speak.
I absolutely enjoy it. Like I'm a kid at heart. Like I'll
I
always have
know.
energy and I love life. I have a passion for life. So being in a space that I can share that energy with another human being is just it's awesome. It's awesome to experience for me.
So rewarding, so rewarding. So I
Yeah.
love that. And of course, like I said, I think you've been with us. Like, I don't know. I want to say it was like really in the very, almost the first year that we were together.
Right. The tail end of the first year.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been
Yes.
a minute, right? Yeah. I
Yes.
love
Yes.
it. So, and I know you met my sister, and that's how you ended up coming. And of course, it's
Yeah.
all about that. So that brings me to question number two. Share with us how Bold Ladies has impacted your business. What kind of connections have you made here?
So I love that you mentioned the part of your sister Alina. So it was a very interesting story, but I definitely believe in the stars aligning for reasons,
Yeah.
beyond our understanding. But Bold Ladies has been a rocket booster for Old City Counseling. And when I first was approached with the idea of joining this networking organization, I was like, oh, I'm already doing a lot of things. He was like, it's okay. It's only, once a month. And it's an event. So that's why I moved forward because it didn't seem like a huge commitment. And it was something different. It was something that I haven't experienced here in Florida. And I'm glad that I took the opportunity to check it out and see what it's about. But I think that, for example, local connections, I'm
Yes.
at a coffee connection event. I'm sipping my latte, wearing my Bold Ladies name tag, and suddenly I'm chatting with the owner of a local yoga studio. We hit it
What?
off, and now we refer clients to one another.
Yeah.
So networking here with the Bold Ladies in I go to the two counties has massively increased, all city counseling's local exposure. And I think that the real beauty about what Bold Ladies is in these specific connections, it's more than just business. It's about building the community through networking.
Yeah.
And I've met incredible women who have become not just business partners, but also friends and
Yeah.
supporters. And it's like joining an exclusive club where everybody like genuinely wants to see you succeed and they're cheering you on from the sidelines and coming in with you. And, the coffee connections, the biggest thing here with
Right.
bowling, it's really pure gold for like sharing ideas and growing our networks. And that's what I have experienced as being part of the Bold Ladies Network.
So you're like my third coffee connection today, podcasting. Everybody said the same thing. It's about the connections that we've made, that we're not competing, that we're helping each other, that it's so different. And that is it. That's it. Once you get it, you're like, oh, okay, now I get it.
It's
And
a refreshing environment. It really is. And I think
yes,
as an individual, I'm very receptive to people and humans and how we
right.
connect. And I can feel that in the
Yeah,
room, these women. And I'm like, I love it. I feed off that. And I
yeah,
get even more. I mean, you've seen me at these
yeah,
bowl events. So that's because of the bowl ladies' energy.
yeah. And what she didn't share is that, not, she had her plate full, right? This is really full, like overflowing with stuff. Like, here I am, piled more stuff on her. Hey, can you help us run St. John and be an admin? Because she didn't have enough to do already.
Right. Yeah, and that was something that I had to really think about because me as an individual, I like giving 100%. I don't like
Yeah.
committing to something if I can't do it to the standard that I believe I can. And so being part of that has been a really great, a bigger game changer for
Yeah.
Ulster counseling because it's putting me in the face of these
Yes.
women business owners in St. Johns County, showing them what it's all about, inviting them to this beautiful opportunity to network. And it's something that a lot of women have not experienced. They have experienced a lot of, competition and things
Right.
of that nature, which it's natural to have that, but we can have healthy competition and still be supportive of one another. I believe that we get more back when we are supportive.
Absolutely. I feel like when we went to like one of our charity events for an opening, it was so rewarding. It felt so good to be part of that little community in St. John and see it flourish and open. And so it opens a lot of doors for whoever takes on the task of being the admin, because we are getting different vibes from the community that we would not get as just a business owner.
Exactly. And I have been in St. Johns County over 30 years.
Yeah,
And I'll tell you, I've never experienced a networking event like Bowl Ladies.
right,
I have been to other ladies networking
right,
events, and it just was not my cup of tea
right,
specifically.
right.
So this is something where I do really feel like my time and energy are being utilized to, the capacity that, it's being given.
You're making a huge difference, and it really does show. Your whole team, your leadership team there is really flourishing. St. John is growing leaps and bounds, and it's a little gem that really is just beautiful to see grow.
Yes,
We
yes.
love that about you. And so tell me, how long have you been in your office in St. John? How long has Old City Council been around?
So it's been 11 years.
Wow.
And we have, again, since COVID, we did see a shift, but I kept my office, even
Right,
though a lot of people were like giving up their
right,
offices.
right,
I COVID was going to be a temporary thing. I just
right,
didn't know when. So prior to COVID, I was mainly in-person sessions,
right.
mostly self-pay. After COVID, it changed my practice by being almost 100% telehealth sessions, which are
Wow.
video sessions in the state of Florida,
Right.
to mostly insurance based. So I always love in life having these, opportunities and broad, advantages and opportunities like
Mhm.
self-pay and insurance
Right.
based. So that way I'm also not stuck. There's
Yeah.
also, for O City Counseling, there's opportunity out there not only for the
Okay.
individuals that we're serving, but also the office. So we're
Yeah.
not stuck in one way or another. So it gives us some options.
Well, that's awesome. And that, of course, brings me to the best question of all, because you're such a bold lady, right? So give me at least one tip that's helped you soar in your business, that makes you an amazing entrepreneur, which you are, for the women that are going to listen to this or find us on YouTube, and anybody that's just getting into their business now, what would be the one thing?
So, and it's really tough, one tip,
No,
there's so
I
many
know.
variables out there. The way my brain works, it's like there's so many things.
I know.
But if I had to pick one, it would be embrace your uniqueness, your vulnerabilities, those quirks that we have as
Yeah.
women. It's absolutely okay to do that.
Yeah.
It's a game changer for me. I used to think I had to do all the things and have all the answers, but showing my human side, the quirks and all, has been like my secret weapon. I learned
Right.
this the hard way because for a long time I tried to do everything myself, from
Right.
therapy, bookkeeping, marketing, the
Yeah.
woman band type of thing. But it really wasn't until I noticed that I needed help, I started delegating tasks to professionals, that my business really began to thrive at that moment.
That's
And
awesome.
showing that vulnerability has helped me connect with my clients on
Yeah.
a deeper level, which I need. So it just keeps evolving. They see
Yeah.
that I'm human too, and that builds that genuine trust and rapport. And I'll tell you this, research shows that in therapy, the most likely the behavior that you're looking for that will show if this individual would have positive outcomes from a therapy session is the rapport that they have with their therapist, how
Yeah.
connected they feel with their therapist. And I, am humbled, and I definitely am grateful to work with the individuals, and most of the individuals I work with do feel that connection and do have those positive outcomes. So I say, don't be afraid to show your human side. It
Yeah.
can lead to incredible growth personally, professionally. We're all in this together. Support from your community can make all the difference. Give it a try.
I love that. Yeah, we want to control everything. We think that we have to be everything to everyone. And the minute you let it go and you show that vulnerability, then you're relatable. And then you're like, God, Liz is just like me. She's not like, she wears all these different hats. You're a mom, you have kids, you have grown kids, you have pets, you have a business, you have a life.
Right.
You have
Mm.
a relationship. So that's a great tip. That was unbelievable. I think it was just awesome. Which of course then brings me to, if somebody really needed to reach you before we finish, where at the end, there's gonna be another little video that will say, gosh, I'm not a bow lady, where can I join? There's gonna be a QR code there, and then there's gonna be that beautiful QR code for the directory that you can find all the information about Liz. But if you don't want to see any of that stuff, even though you should, where can they find you? What's the best way?
Okay, so the best way would be, I would say the social platforms on Instagram, brainbasedtherapist.com, at brainbasedtherapist, and then Facebook, also brainbased therapist. And oldcitycounseling.org,
Okay,
ORG is my direct website.
awesome.
That would be places that people could kind of
Yeah,
like fiddle around, find
okay.
more about me. And my contact information is there if they really want to, reach out and have any questions. And I encourage them to do that because
Yeah,
I think the strength that we as humans show is showing up to a counseling session. Once you've done that, you can do everything else after
yeah.
that.
I
Mhm.
agree. That's amazing. I've learned so much from you and your business. We've known each other, but then this conversation just takes us to a whole different level. I love it so
It
much.
does. It sure
I
does.
appreciate you so much for really being on this journey with us. You're such a giving human being, and it shows in everything that you do in excellence. We love you so much, and we are excited for the future that just keeps getting bigger and better. So we're gonna
Agreed.
finish with our coffee. I always say go big, go
Oh,
bold,
there
right?
we
So
go.
let's sip away. Cheers to another fantastic coffee connection. I appreciate you, Liz, and
I
thank you so
appreciate
much for
you.
being my guest. You're
All right.
awesome.
Take care.
Thank
Bye.
you. Hi, my name is Ana Reyes-Ouzts, Executive Director, Bold Ladies in Business. If you're looking to network and make a difference in your community with like-minded women and make connections at a deeper level, guess what? You have come to the right place. Bold Ladies in Business has several chapters all over the state of Florida, and we would love to hear from you. Again, Bold Ladies in Business, nonprofit organization. Go big, go bold. Bye.